Good morning. So let's see, what shall we do today? Let's do fives and things. And I think I'd like to do maybe a little bit of deadlifts, all that kind of stuff this morning, just to work the back of the body a bit and pay attention to some core activity. But sometimes we forget that just because we're standing up doesn't mean we stop using our core. But I do want to do some warm up before we get real busy with this. And lost my head. I'll open up the screen more once I start doing maybe some overhead stuff. But right now I want to kind of like keep it zoned in. I was listening to AC/DC last night. That's awesome. Never know what it'll find. Of course, and I want to be super quiet. There we go. Nothing crazy. I just have like this little backbeat going on. Like I said, nothing crazy. I want to do a little warm up. So I'm going to have my feet hip width apart, toes are straight, knees are soft. That's where we're starting. Tilt, release, tilt, release, tilt, release, right? Tilt, release. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. So when you soften your knees, your hips can move easier. Tilt, release. Lengthen out the back, find your abs, squeeze your belly, that's it. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, shake them out. So literally shake them out. Release those lower back muscles. We've been in bed all night long and we haven't moved. And your body has to wake up, especially, it's like, let's protect our back, right? Bend the knees. Now go ahead and give me a little tug. I'm not asking for this, right? Just your hips. I'm gonna slide, come up. Slide, come up. I personally am not a big fan of locking at your knees for deadlifts. Down, up, down. I like the hands on the thighs at first, right? Because it helps me, remind me, right? Keep my flat back. Down, up. And then my arms are not doing anything, right? It's all hinging and finding this, right? Finding the back of the body. And can we slide down just a bit further, please? Down, down. Now, if you find that your knee wobbles, think about your inner thighs or your adductors. Tighten them up. And if that doesn't work, tighten your glutes a little more. Down, up, down, up. Now I feel like I can get just a little bit further down and find that stretch. Down, up, down, up. One more. Shake it out, right? I'm going to get off of that because that's just my preference. When I have my left foot straight forward, my right foot is turn to the corner of the room, or I'll say 2 o'clock, you have the clock on the floor. I'm gonna push, release, push, release, push, release. Find that back hip flexor. Squeeze, right? Push forward, release, push forward, release. Let's do 4 on this side. 4, release. 3, release. 2, release. Last one. Stand up, switch your feet. Right foot goes straight. 12 o'clock. Left foot is at 10 o'clock. Push, release. And just swing the hips. Swing the hips. And you're gonna feel all of this open up. Swing, release. And of course your abs are tucked in. Swing, release. Swing, release. 4 more, please. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Shake it out. You know, obviously I'm not a young chick anymore. And the older we get, the more we need to think about warming up the body a little bit better. You should always warm up your body, but we have to think about doing it a little better, right? So with that being said, I want to do this side first. Right foot to the mirror. So if this is neutral, I'm going to step wide and turn my foot out. So I'm almost 90 degrees with my feet. As I go down, I'm going to put my hand on my right knee for support, and I'm going to reach or my left foot or next to it, right? Reach, allow your right knee to track forward, and that left leg is going to stay straight. I'm not walking out, I'm just leaving it long. And again, we're just waking things up, but we'll give a little stretchy stretch where we need it. And obviously your abs are tight, right? Got the core going on. Let's do a couple more. And this is just getting prepped, right? And we're going to switch. I'm just going to stay facing the same direction so you get the concept. Just changing the feet, 90 degrees. Again. So I'm not like, hey, let's do this. I'm not collapsing, right? I don't have to have that leg. I like to have the leg, right? Because I don't want you to think collapse though. I want you to think parallel to your thigh. Push out of the leg, wake it up. Let's do one more, please. So, on with the same conversation, as we age, we lose range of motion in our hips, especially. We get a little more sedentary, we don't jump as much, all this stuff. And then our hips are like going, hey, we're not moving. We have to move, we have to move, we have to move. All right. So I'm gonna start light and then we'll work heavy. Right? Just give your back a little more oomph. So again, nice little squatty squat and pick up. My feet are parallel to each other. Okay, my feet are parallel. I'm going to lay the weights on my thighs for right now. Bend your knees, right? Hinge at your hips. We're just going to roll over and come up. Roll over and come up. The back stays nice and flat now. You can feel the work versus, oh my gosh, the stretch, right? Because that's what we're looking for. All right, instead of leaving your hands on your thighs for support, can you just let them go? And come up. The arms stay long. Now don't get me wrong, your shoulder blades are down and back, and your torso is engaged completely. But now you can feel your glutes working, and not your lower back going, what are you doing, right? Let's do a couple more with this lightly. One more. Nice, go ahead and put it down, shake it out. And I know a lot of my peers would be like, oh, you're training too light, blah, blah, blah. Most of them are much younger than I am. And understanding that it's like, I am in my mid-50s, I get sciatica, I get arthritis, I get all this stuff, right? And I'm working through it, just like everybody else is on this channel with me. We have to keep moving. We're looking for quality of life. We're not becoming bodybuilders in this class. I'm just throwing that out there. This is about quality of life. Keep moving, right? Here we go with the heavier weights. Did you notice I squatted down this time instead of squatted down that time? Things are loosening up, and that's what we have to keep working towards, right? So I'm going to give you the front view this time. Again, feet are hip width apart, knees are soft. Tuck your abs in, tuck your back. I'm going to start with the weights on my thighs again, right? So my body's like, what are you doing? I went heavier, that's what I'm doing. I need to, right? So at the top, I am doing a little pelvic tilt, but I'm not leaning, right? Down, up, squeeze your butt. Down, up, squeeze your butt. Oh, look, I'm all matchy with my weights. Down, up, squeeze. All right, here we go. Those hands are coming off the thighs now. Down, squeeze. And you notice my arms are not moving forward, back. They're not, elbows are not bending. Nothing's happening. They're quiet. My shoulder blades are definitely in the back, down engaged. And because I feel strong in this movement, it doesn't feel bad, right? Nothing's like screaming at me going, you're doing it wrong. Let's do one more, please. You're like, how many are we doing? I have no idea. No idea. They're lighter weights. Glutes are big muscles, right? You're doing all the right stuff. It doesn't hurt. Right? You like doing movements that are not creating the difference between fatigue, where you get that little crampy feeling in your muscle, like, oh, we can't do this again, and then you do two more, versus acute, sharp pain. Say that word all at the same time. Acute, sharp pain means you're doing something wrong. Put the weight down and figure out what's not working. So just throwing that out there. All right, so I'm going to fold up my mat just a little bit. And yes, I have that grandma squat going on because I'm actually stretching my hips right there. I'm going to kneel down. So I'm going to step forward into all my mess here, and I'm going to just put my right knee down. Now everything's in alignment. 90 degrees with my knees, right? And yes, my back toe is curled under. You have less stability with your foot flat. So if you're wanting to work a little more core, add up with your inner thighs, go for it. Right now, I'm going to keep my toe curled under, and I'm squeezing everything in. And we're just going to touch the floor and come up. Touch the floor, come up. Touch the floor, come up. And you should be able to feel some stuff working, right? Like, I feel it back here. What are you doing? We're stretching a little more. We're working a little mobility and having a great time doing it. Let's do two more on this leg. One more, and now we're going to switch. Right knee down, lift me up, and again, 90 degrees. And I don't know if you can see this. There it goes. So now I have a stretch on that hip flexor. Actually, it's more down on my quad because we've already stretched the hip flexor, so it's not like screaming. Right? 90-90, here we go. Just touch the floor. And touch the floor. And you might feel a little difference right now because you're like, oh no, I do need to loosen up. And it's okay, right? And if you don't feel it, good for you. Abs are tight, protect that back, right? Feel the tightness in your legs, don't let them go. So I'm not trying to be all wobbly, right? Everything's tight. Let's do one more. Excellent job. All right, so we're gonna switch. So this is where we started. You can see that I'm definitely on the mat. I want to take this front foot and take it off the mat. And it's kind of pointed, so if this is 12, I'm at 10 o'clock. We're going to lunge over the leg. Oh my goodness. Lunge over the leg, right? You should feel in that left adductor, left inner thigh, first of all. That's where we're starting. Left hand is going to reach across. Reach across. You got the motion? Let's do one more. Grab your 5-pound weight. We'll start there. Ready? Same move. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Getting that hip to go, what? Yes, that's what we're wanting to say. What? Let's do 2 more. Now we're going with the 8-pound weight. I know you're super excited. Just 8 of them. Squeeze, ready, go. Here's 1 of 8. 2, and I'm allowing that knee to go past, so I get that dorsiflexion and that ankle, right? Back side of our walk. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Let's switch sides. So again, our foot's normally up front. We're taking it to 2 o'clock. Let's do the move first, right? Down and up. Down and up. This side's a little tighter. Oh my. So this is why I actually like doing the move a little bit to kind of lubricate those joints. Let's do a couple more. So when we actually do them, we do them well, right? All right, here we go. 5-pound weight, nice and tall, tighten that core, here we go. And reach for the foot, we're getting down. Reach for the foot. I put my right hand behind my back because I felt like I was using it too much without even thinking. Down and up. Let's do 4 more here. 4. And again, 3, let that knee pass. 2, 1 more. And I know old school thinking was, oh, you mean never passes your toe, blah, right? But we pass our toe all the time. Ready? Here we go. With a heavier weight. 1, 2, and if we can mimic, why not? It'll make us stronger. 4, 5. We're gonna do 5 more. 6. Nice. 7, 8, keep everything tight. 9, 1 more. Woo! Wait, the weight down. Hurts you, right? Grab a drink if you need it. Since I was looking at the clock, but oh goodness. So right now, your neck should feel pretty good, like you can move them. Right, you know where your inner thigh it has been stretching. I'm gonna grab my water while I'm walking over this way. Why is it important to do inner thighs or adductors? I like educating as we go. So when I say inner thighs, adductors, it's the same muscle, right? And the more educated you are about things, the better decision maker you are. In all areas. Our inner thighs help us keep balance, right? So when we're walking, we're just not tossing our legs out, right? Or waddling, right? Finding that core balance, being able to project your body and move. And again, my classes are not about, we're going to be bodybuilders or bikini models or whatever. Total quality of life. Total quality of life. And I like to do kind of alternative type moves versus generic. Unless I'm working upper body and then, yeah. All right, so that's where I wanted to start, a good base. This one's hard for me to teach, especially online, because people do weird stuff. That's different. If I point my right foot out and leave my head up, I'm having to work really hard to keep this. If I reach through my right toe and stretch out, right, now I'm going to counterbalance, right? And now I feel core activity. This is standing on one foot. This is core activity. Excuse me. So if I stand from the side, this is what it's going to look like. I'm not here. This hurts your back, right? Keep the hip in alignment. And my head weight goes outside my standing leg. And if you notice, this arm is just kind of hanging out, right? Feel like I'm a little teapot, right? That concept. So we're going to practice. Pull everything up, right? So I'm pushing out of the standing leg, it's not locked. And I'm just gonna lift the arm and bring it down. That's what we're doing, lift the arm. And put it inside of you, right? You can't see the arm very well, you might see my hand by the time it comes up. But the arm is not coming forward, and it's not coming back because it didn't feel good. Straight out, okay? So if you need a cue where your arm is going, right? Find something on the wall and you're shooting for it, but it needs to be right outside. It could be a smidge ahead of your body, but not much. I don't want it back here, and I don't want it up here, straight out. 5 pound weight, please. Left foot is your standing leg. Knee is not locked out. I'm sitting in my heel of my foot. Toe is pointed. Now, think, lift up. Find your core. Pull your navel, tuck your butt. Ready, go. Up. Up. As promised, there's your core. Right? You don't have to do a plank. There's so many variations of a plank. My palm is facing forward, by the way. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. We're going to stand up, rest for a sec. The next time we do this, your hand's going to go up and palm up on top. Down, palm up. Face it forward, face it to the ceiling, right? Serve the tray. Now, if this is too much, 1, don't rotate it, or 2, put the weight down and grab a lighter weight. Totally up to you. Everything's engaged. Standing foot left, point the right, up tall, right? Find that angle, abs are tight. Here we go. Up, rotate, palm to the ceiling, palm to the front, palm to the ceiling, palm to the front. I'm feeling abs like big time right now. Squeeze everything, tuck your butt, find your abs. You have 3 more to go. 3, keep your head weight over. 2, last one, fight for the balance. Stand up. When you stand up, you should feel your core muscles. Again, I'm going to practice before we do. Nice and tall. Your right foot is now your standing leg. Left toe just points out. Again, this is not a daunting task, right? lift. Think about someone pulling your head off your shoulders as your toe is reaching for the floor, shoulder back and down, palm is forward the whole time. So we're gonna lift, we're gonna lower. We're going to lift and lower. Squeeze your abs in. I'll lift, I'll lower. So one of the reasons I like doing this without a weight first, like my elbow, versus my shoulder, is like crack, crack. And I'm just lifting it up, going, yeah, you still have to work, sister, right? One more. So, unless you've had injuries as a young person, you don't feel some of this stuff. And why do I say this? Because I was that young person once upon a time doing training 20 years ago going, that'll never happen. Oh my goodness, it happened. How rude, right? And grab that 5-pound weight. All right, here we go. Right leg, standing legs, stand tall. Abs are already tough. Protect your back. Point the toe. Head foot goes outside that right leg. Shoulder back and down. Engage. Palm to the front. Ready? We have 10. Go. Here's 1, 2. And now that my shoulder's lubricated, it is so much happier. Even with the weight. 5, squeeze your belly. Keep it tucked in. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. 1 more. And rest. And if you notice, that weight is not coming way up here, right? I have no need to go that route. I'm working core muscles and I'm working some shoulder. Don't get me wrong. But that's not my primary. That just is a nice side effect. Or an addition, you might say. Shake it out. Here we go. Standing legs right, point your left toe. Hip weight goes outside the right standing leg. Soften that knee just slightly, your standing leg. Pull everything up. Take that head weight a little further over. Remember, we're gonna up rotate the hand. Here we go. Up rotate. At the top, serve the tray. Bring it back down. Here's up rotate. Up rotate. And I feel it's amazing how just rotating that hand at the top makes my belly go, oh! And I'm sure you're breathing. Exhaling up, inhaling down. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's do a couple more. Woo! This one got tired quickly and relax. Good. Wait, we've definitely done your lower body. Like adductors, abductors, which is your outer thighs, your glutes, your hamstrings, right? Your quads. We did mobility training today with this. All the passing of the knee concept, right? Opening up the hips, finding your strength in your stretch and stretching your strength. We did some core activity. We did some upper body activity. And you should feel good, like that you should feel good. You should feel more mobile, right? That's what I'm looking for. All right, so I'd like to do a couple more things and then we'll stretch. I would prefer to do triceps first because we always fire our biceps. Every day we fire our biceps and pick things up. So I'd like to do overhead extension. This is where I'm gonna bring the camera up. Overhead extension into tricep kickbacks. That's my favorite combination. Besides pullovers, but pullovers I have to get up and down, and I don't have that much time. Let's just call it what it is. Perfect. So every time I squat down, I'm actually working on getting lower into my legs and working that dorsiflexion. That's why, if you see me do weird squatting things, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on stretching out my ankles a little bit more, right? Because you have to have that heel toe all the time when we walk. All right. So put the weight behind us, not over our head, our palms up, shoulders are back and down. Think about those shoulder blades dropping down. It makes your elbows come in. Touch, push to the ceiling. Touch, push, touch, push, touch, push, touch, push. Tap your belly. I started to like toss it out. Tap, push, tap, push. Let's do one more. No, not worried about counts. All right, weights go on your hips. This part of the weight goes on your pelvic crest. Let me rephrase that. Pelvic crest. Now, those chicken wings, pull them in, shoulder blades, soft knees, out. My elbows are not going to go anywhere. They're staying at that level. Push back, push back. You should feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. And your belly is clean up. Squeeze. Long neck. Like Superman, right? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just a few more, right? Find it, find it, find it, find it, find it, and down nose. So throughout this class, we were opening up the hips, all that good stuff. When I start this class, I had only been up for maybe about 40 minutes. Seriously, 40 minutes. And my body's like going, hey, old gal, you need to do something, right? Drink your water in the morning, do whatever meds you take, supplements, whatever, right? Get your body like, okay, come into class, we'll do the stretchy stretch, warm it up real good, work the class. And by the end of the class, you're able to squat down. That's the objective, right? Okay, squat down without going, ooh. All right, here we go with those triceps again. So I had my right hand on top that time. I'm gonna switch. Okay? I like switching because one hand usually does more than the other. Shoulders are back and down. Tuck your belly. Tuck. So this is not a good position, right? Tuck, squeeze, drop the shoulders. Ready? Down, push. Down, think. Exhale up. Exhale up. I am not in a hurry. I want to feel the weight, right? I want to feel the weight of the weight. Does that make sense? If I'm swinging, I can't feel the weight. If I'm pushing, I can feel this more. Abs are in, squeeze everything. Let's do one more. Now, if those feel extremely easy, you might need to go heavier next time we work out. It's okay. This is set in bar, it's the guideline. You have to do you still. So earlier, I talked about putting the head of the dumbbell on your pelvic crest, right? Can you put the head of the weight behind the pelvic crest? We've been lubricating the shoulders for a reason. So once I'm here, pull those chicken wings back, right? Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now, here we go. Go. Push. Push. It should feel a little more difficult, right? Because now my arms are at a little different angle. They're a little higher than my body. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep pushing. You can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Keep going. Keep going. Let's do one more. Whew. Oh my goodness, right? Did you notice I just dropped those bad boys? It's okay to push. It's okay. No pain. Fatigue, right? Fatigue is different than pain. All right, so we're going to do a little dynamic stretch. Feet are wide. We're just going to go shifting and shifting from side to side. I'm sitting in my heels. And again, just moving. So I had an instructor say, we're going to be dynamic and with passion. And he goes, well, in the movement, that's what it means. I'm like, I can be dynamic in my mind, I can be dynamic all over the place. But I want to be able to flow, dynamic flowing, right? Flowing motions. Pick it up, take it up. And I'm just letting things go, oh my goodness, I feel good today. And go ahead, sweep, sweep. Let your body move in ways that you normally don't do. That's what keeps us mobile and going through life. We're gonna go low now, ready? Go low, go low. My hip just popped, which is a great thing because now I know I'm a little bit looser. One more each. We're gonna go low, all the way down, ready? Float down, up, down, up. Oh look, we're doing a mock swing through, right? Kettlebell swing. But I'm opening up the hip and I'm letting them stretch out. One more. We'll call it a day. You don't have to kill yourself every time you come to class. Variety is the spice of life, right? Your nutrition, the same thing. If you only eat chicken, broccoli, and rice, how boring life will be, right? It's okay to change up your diet. It helps your brain and your body function better. It doesn't make it feel like it's a disciplinary action. Enjoy life still, right? I live by 80%, my food, my exercise, my everything. I dance, I jump, in fact, I'm getting ready to go run now. There's so much to life, more than just being hard on yourself constantly. It's okay to do a lighter workout, right? You can make this into a harder workout. You just don't need to push freaking hard every flipping day. And moving throughout the day, being consistent with your diet is actually a better perspective as we age than killing ourselves in the gym for 2 or 3 hours. That's when we were dumb and young and can do all that stuff, right? I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying work smarter, not harder, right? Because our joints are older than a 25-year-old's, right? I'm in my mid-50s. I creep and I pop just like everybody else, and I have to make sure I have good joint health with using my mobility. I have to make sure my body is strong by using weights. I have to make sure my cardio, my heart is up, and that's my cardio endurance. My lung capacity, my volume, right, that I can breathe in and out. All of it matters. You matter. So take care of yourself. Have a great day. Peace out.